Bingo. I am live. What do you know? I'm sorry, it's a little bit late. It's 12:24, so I'm past midnight with Magoo. But I've been very busy. It's been a very, very busy week, and I just wanted to fill you guys in on the convoy and what happened, and a little message to OSA. So hopefully some people come on. And in the meantime, should I read some more of my SP Declare? We're getting near the end of it. See, here's my SP Declare where they declare you suppressive and no one in Scientology is allowed to talk to me. Hey, Shwa. Hi, D. Thompson. All right. I was going to read some more of my SP Declare, but you guys came. Thank you. JB808, Eric Levitt. Hi, Girly Ghost 1. All right. Good to see you guys. Eric from Culver City, always good to see you. You're coming out soon. All right, definitely let me know when ahead of time. That's good. So hi to all of you. Thank you for coming on. I'm sorry it's a little bit late, but it's been a while. If you followed the convoy, it was a crazy thing. Hi, Jill. Hi, Annabelle. Excuse me. Jay and I, hi, Nanya and Kelly BC. Hey, great live with Aaron today. Thank you. Yeah, if you missed it, go over to Aaron's site, Aaron Smith Levin, and I did a live video with him today. It was really good. We had a really good talk. Hit the like button. Thank you, D. Thompson. Thank you very much. And I apologize to my moderators because normally they're here and I forgot to call them, but I was kind of in the middle of a few things. There's some weird stuff going on at the conflicts right now, and I've been trying to kind of keep up with that. But howdy from Texas. All right, Miss Kim, hi. Good to see all you guys. Well, yesterday, if you followed it, we did the convoy, and we had it all set up. Jay and I were going to be the lead on it. That's what DOA had asked. And we said, okay. And he has a red truck. I always forget to hit the like button. Thank you. Thank you, Eric. He has a red truck, and we had it all. I mean, he decorated it, but I mean, it was really fabulous. He had Xenu.net on one side and Tori Magoo 44 and, SPTV all over it, and really good messages. And then not only did he have it all painted with different things, but he also had these yellow streamers that he got, and they were fantastic. I mean, the whole truck looks terrific. So we're all ready to go, and the truck breaks down right before we're going to go. I mean, literally like minutes before we're going to go, the truck breaks down. It won't start. His starter broke, which he fixed today, but it wouldn't work yesterday. And so they said, don't worry about it. You can take one of the U-Hauls. So that's why we were in the U-Haul, because the truck broke down. But we had so much fun. I mean, it really was fun there. I think there were like 30 cars. And the other thing that was really fun is Jessica and Streets zoomed along and got all the way where we were. And then I think Mindy was in the back filming. So, a bunch of people filmed it from different angles. Good morning from England. All right. Hi. Thank you for coming on, all of you guys. Thank you very much. So anyway, we decided we'd go straight down because they're on Fountain, right? So we decided to go straight down Fountain to Highland, up and around the testing center 3 times. And we did. And then we went over to Celebrity Center and went around that 3 times. And then while we were there, we thought, let's go around La Poubelle, because there were a whole bunch of people that were outside that area. So we went around that block 3 times. And then we went back to the complex and went back you had to go big around it because they had shut down all of L. Ron Hubbard Way. It was actually kind of funny because DOA had already planned all this so that it was just, for them to waste their time. I mean, they had blocked off all of L. Ron Hubbard Way, all the streets around Celebrity Center. It was kind of funny to see. I actually found out today they actually blocked off around the media center that they have, which we didn't even go by that. Nothing ever happens there. So We were like, why waste our time? But apparently they shut that down too. All right, I saw the convoy. It was amazing. I loved everyone. I know. So DOA said we'll do it once a month. That's the plan. Now, in the meantime, Scientology got really vicious last night, late at night, and Michael, who's married to Serge, came walking by, and the police were there, and I don't even think he touched them, but they tackled him. And I mean, I've seen the video; it's really awful. And they tackled him, and I don't even know, because Streets was there, luckily, and said, "Everybody get out of here." And thank goodness for that. Thank you, Streets, if you hear this, because he did put in the order that we needed so that they couldn't go, all right, it's out of control, everybody is arrested, or you all have to leave, or something like that. It's like it was the one element they weren't counting on, with Streets. And that really, really helped us. It was really good. Hello, good morning, KGR. All right. And Nanya from Never In, Always Against. I was just telling Jay, I love that nickname. We were reading it online with DOA. Anyway, so that ended up being really gnarly, and there's videos online on that. I think Daniel has the best one, where it really shows it, but there's probably a bunch of them. And so that ended up being kind of awful for Serge, because he was very, very upset about it. Granted, I mean, it's his husband, and it was just a nasty thing. And it's like, Scientology, I don't know what you're thinking of, but I know you're in on it. You can say it was just the police, but you and I know it wasn't just the police. This was a planned thing. And I know you've got some other planned stupid things, like tonight. I don't know what you're doing. You've got some kind of, you're covering up the grass and stuff. It's 11 o'clock at night. What are you thinking of? I mean, your neighbors must think these people are like insane. You never sleep. You do all these weird things. We're out there feeding the homeless. That was the intention, was to basically have a protest where we feed the homeless, and we'd welcome some of them over and stuff like that. And what do? You end up calling the cops and getting in this whole thing with Michael. And then today you're there covering up all the grass, so nobody could come on your grass that you think you own, which you don't, because it's still public property. Cops don't have the body cams on. That's right. That's the other thing that Streets pointed out. They weren't wearing body cams. Thank you. Can you speak a little on Daniel from Salem? I don't really know him. I've never met him. I know that it's kind of a big deal that he was at La Poubelle. I don't know if he was a plant from the start. I have no idea. I've never met him. I really don't. Do you have an impression of what he's really about? I don't, because I never met him. And I know that these guys, he's kind of seems like he's gotten on the weird side of it, and we'll see. We'll just have to follow it. But Daniel, if you're listening to this, you're definitely on the wrong side of it, man. You got to snap out of it, because it's like this chick that runs La Poubelle, I don't have to tell you her statistics, but siding with a rapist isn't really a great idea for you. I think you're probably a young man, and you need to wake up and get out of this. You're not on the right side of it. Maybe they're paying you money. They pay a lot of people off to do shit like this, but there's no money that's worth this kind of reputation that you're going to carry with you for the rest of your life, man. It's not cool. Anyway, let me just see what you guys are saying. Sophie came on. All right. Good. Let me see. Where is she? Oh, there you are, from New Zealand. Hi, Sophie. I'm always happy when she and Lovett come on. All right. It was a pleasure to meet you last night. Oh, Tinker Mom. Oh, those were so good. She made the most delicious. What were they? Key lime pies? They were like little individual key lime pies. Oh, I'm telling you, when you're hungry late at night, there's nothing better than a treat like that. It was just so special. We were all kind of hungry and tired, and she came around with these little, individual pies for everybody, anybody who wanted them. They were wonderful. I loved it. I had a great time yesterday. It really was. It was very fun, except for the OSA stuff. And I personally feel like they're going to continue to do shit against these people. And you have to think about it, OSA, because this is not getting you good PR. It isn't. You might be thinking you're winning because somebody is in jail or whatever. That isn't a win for you guys ever. And all it does is it brings in more people. That's all that happens. And it's good on our side because it brings in more people around the world that go, wait a minute, this isn't right. These people are feeding the homeless and you're basically attacking them in your covert way. I know you guys, and you know I know you. So you can't fool me on this. I know what's going on, and it's not going to be any better. You're going to keep doing weird stuff because that's how you are. You know, it's like, who would be up at 11 o'clock at night covering up grass with mesh? I mean, hello. Who are we talking about? Some retarded people that are, can't think? Oh, that's right. It's a Church of Scientology. We'll forgive them. Okay, so let's see who this is. CFS is trying to flood out the protesters in blue. Right, with the water, right? They've left because LAPD was filling out PPAs to arrest everyone for trespassing on a public sidewalk. Come on, Scientology, snap out of it. Hers 35. Okay, that I don't know what that means. So he's 35. Oh, okay. So Daniel is 35. Okay, thank you for that. Okay. And thank you, SP Sherry Chicago. All right. So thank you both for that. So that 35 is still pretty young. It is. When you're 76, which I am, 35 is a long, long way off. And it's a lot of living to do. And it's not good to be living with that kind of reputation. It just isn't. He's really picked the wrong side as far as I'm concerned. I don't even know him. But I trust Streets and the other people. He wants to clout and money, maybe. It's not clout. You're not getting clout from that. No. His name may be being mentioned, but there's a lot of people. Manson's name was mentioned a whole lot too. And how well is he thought of? Not well. Hi, Tori. Hi, Chad. Hi, Aleska. And hi, Jane Squirrel. All right. Eric said, Tori, where'd you go? We have to be careful. Wait a minute. All right. Hang on just a second, Eric. I'm going to try to get your message. Okay. Try to write comment or question if you have something. Tori, we have to be careful with the R word. Oh, because you're not supposed to say that? I heard it's offensive and derogatory towards people with autism like me? Really? I know that it's offensive. I don't know that I find it. I'll just say, okay, I get it if it is. And I apologize if it offended you. But thank you for reminding me, because I know it is something that apparently we're not supposed to say anymore, even though people do it and it happens, but we're not supposed to say it. I mean, to me, I don't know. It just seems like, no, I don't like that kind of thing, but I'll go along with it because I don't want anybody to be offended too much. Hi, Tori and Chad. Hi, Alaska. Daniel said he is homeless and Francoise is a nice lady and she apologized. Okay, a nice lady apologizing. First of all, he being homeless is on him. Okay, that doesn't mean you have to hook up with some people that are supporting rape. Okay, she went down to the courthouse when Danny Masterson was, on trial and after, and gave her letter of approval of how great he was. Now, I get it. She goes, oh, he was just a friend. But it's kind of it's a little sticky. It's not just a friend. It's someone who is trying to support Danny and whatever he did. Think about the women that got drugged and raped in her restaurant. Not okay. Not okay. Really not okay. Okay. Can't they get, yeah, I think they can. I think this is a good question. Can't they get in trouble for running the sprinklers all night? Water conservation is big deal in the West Coast. It is. It is. My friend said that too. I think that could be it for them. Mark Bunker posted on YouTube, found that you have a second account that's monetized. And that was the reason for the AdSense delay on this account. Okay. Well, the tricky thing was this account has 25,000 subscribers, because some people might say, well, why don't you just switch to the old one? But I can't. It's like that. It doesn't work that way. So it was kind of like, this is the account that I've already built up. And maybe someone did that earlier on. I don't know. But even if I did, we're working on it now. And that's what's happening. And thank you for mentioning that, Charles. Okay. And this is Jane Squirrel. And this is, please remember to like and subscribe and provide contents for our story. There you go. All right. Hi, Scooter Mom. Wow. Scientology audit. All right. No offense meant, but also offense meant to the cult. Yeah, exactly. Yes, Tori. All right. Okay. Developmentally disabled was okay last I knew, but that could have changed also. Well, I'm just going to he's a friend of ours. He's on here. And if he doesn't, if he's offended by that, I'll try to remember it. You have to remember my disability is memory. So in short-term memory kind of thing. So those kind of words, that kind of thing is very difficult for me. So I'm going to try to put it in my head and go, okay, don't say that word. But whether it slips out or not, and I'm speaking to the gentleman that's posted that it's offensive to autistic people, that you just remind me. That's all you have to do is say, oh, remember the R word, that kind of thing. And just realize I'm not just ignoring you. I'm not. I have my own disability, and that's what it is. And you guys have to live with it, because I forget things all the time. Disabled was okay last I knew, but that could have changed also. Okay. All right. So, yes, that word is outdated and not used anymore. Oh, really? There's a medical name for it. Okay. Well, maybe you could shoot me the medical name. I didn't know they didn't use that word. That's really weird. They can do it, but they can't use the word. God forbid. It's a little weird. If appropriate, could you elaborate on what you said today with about Anon Spiro? It's okay if you don't want to get into it. I don't. I really don't. It's, I felt like he was here to get money, and he did. He got the money, and it's sealed, and that's it. And we can't know any more about it. And so, no, he's not a friend of mine. I felt from day one, I said, this guy's here either to make Anonymous look bad or to get money. And he got the money, it's sealed, he left. That's it. So if that's what he wanted, he got it. But don't say to me, are you friends with me? No, I'm not. And I never liked what he did. I thought it was an embarrassment to most of the Critic community. That's the way it was. So there you go. He's a boy toy. Not for me. Hi, Tori. Hi, Chewies. How are you? We were just talking about you. All right, here's a question from Sophie. Tori, could you explain more about how Scientology worked to be seen as a religion? How did it change how you spoke, etc.? That's a good question. How it worked to be seen as a religion. Well, first of all, I got in 1969. And in 1969, it was not a religion. Maybe it was. Maybe he'd created the Church of Scientology, but we never talked about it as a religion. It was never promoted as a religion. It was Dianetics, modern science of mental health. under the Church of Scientology. But the religious aspect of it was nothing, nothing. And that only came about in my world that I knew of in the 80s when Larry Wallersheim was suing the Church of Scientology. I believe he won $8 million. But they were so adamant against him. They had all of us who were ministers. I'm a minister of the Church of Scientology. Thank you very much. They had all of us do the minister's course and be ordained in a week, right? Everyone. That's it. I mean, it was like a group ordination thing. You're all ministers. There you go. And then, I asked OSA this. I said, I don't really get it. I mean, what's the point? And they said, now we can put on every folder, because they have folders for every single session that you have. And so did Larry, right? But now, because we're ministers and we're official religion, now they can put on the folder on the end of it, priest penitence privilege, meaning no one can look into it except the priest. That's it. So that way the judge can't really look in and go, well, wait a minute, he was kind of talking about he wasn't happy and this and that, whatever. You can't look into it. So there was that. Then they started the Parishioners League, which had to do with me again. They called me over to help them. This was in the 90s. And they said, someone's starting a group. We just want your input as far as how to help as a volunteer. And I said, okay, because I'd volunteered a lot. And so I went over to Celebrity Center, and there was this writer who wanted to start a group to handle all of the Black PR of L. Ron Hubbard in any newspaper, any magazine, anything. And I was like, oh, God, it sounded kind of weird to me. But anyway, we went around the room. There were only 4 of us there. And she said, I want each person, maybe 6, but she said, I want each person to tell what you've done to help the church. And we each went around. The writing guy had done one thing. Almost everybody had done 1 or 2 things. I had done about 10. And so she said, okay. And I wasn't bragging. It was just those were things she knew I'd worked on. You know what I mean? It was like I successfully did these things. And so she said, okay, you're the president of the Scientology Parishioners League. And I said, I don't want to be the president. No, I'm not. And she said, yes, you are. And this was Janet Weiland. And she said, yes, you are. And I said, Janet, no, you said you wanted me to come over and give you ideas. And I did. But I don't want to be the president. And she said, well, you don't have a choice. I'm assigning you that. You're the president of it. So now I'm the president of the Parishioners League. Now, ironically, I'm doing that on one end. And on the other end, I'm working with my auditor and best friend at the time, Bill Yachty, who wrote me into the whole OSA open up the phony accounts thing. So I'm on the internet doing that and being flown around, helping them with that, and then coming home and having these meetings about the Scientology Parishioners League. I mean, it was like, oh, Jesus, what a mess. And all of that helped me wake up. It was sort of like the beginning of the end for me. But now they, instead of orgs, they have churches. Instead of tech, they have scripture. They try to say scripture. Instead of members, which they always said are members, now they're parishioners. So all of those things, see, they're slowly trying to change it. And that's why I'm almost positive they have all the green and red volumes, which have all of their technology in it and admin. I said years ago, they'll never, because OSA said to me, we want to be thought of as a real religion. And my thought then, and once I left, I said, they will never be thought of as a real religion as long as L. Ron Hubbard's quotes that are these racist, creepy quotes are in those books. So they started out, Miscavige came up with the basic books. And I said, this is just a test to see if Scientologists will go along with changing the tech. Because keeping Scientology working says you can never, ever, ever change the tech, ever. Not a comma, not a parentheses, nothing. It's just, that's the way it is. That's it. But Miscavige said, no, there's all these typos and we have to change it. So now they come out with the basic books. Okay. Everybody bought them. So I thought, okay, bingo. That's what's happening. And in a couple of years, they're going to decide they have to change the green and red volumes. Why? Because the truth is, that's where all the shit is that Hubbard said. It's really creepy stuff. And you know it is, though. So you probably can't even think of it as creepy, but it is creepy. And that's why they took all the green and red volumes out of the orgs. They're gone. And now they're going to redo them and bring them out. And I'm sure they'll be very religious. So I hope that answered your question, Sophie. All right. And this person, Jane Squirrel, said huge. Okay. Water is extremely important for us in the West. Yeah, I think that's what she meant by the huge. It's a huge, big deal for all of us. Okay. No one. Watering days were very other day decided by street address last I knew, and only for 8 minutes per station. Wow. That's tricky. Very tricky. Okay, here's Sophie. Please provide context in your messages so Tori understands when she reads it after the fact. Now, that's not like I can't understand things. DOA had the same thing. He sat down and he goes, what are these people talking about? And I said, I don't know. Unless it's a whole sentence with context, it's hard to understand what it is. If it's just a little bit of it. You can have more than one monetized account. Well, anyway, let's just go with what we're going to go with. This is the monetized account. We're going to try to get it monetized. The other one I think we canceled so that we could get this. Tori, how do I get the form to remove the tax exemption? I've got to find the number. Does anyone have the number? I know I wrote it down. And then I don't remember where I put it. Do you have the number for the form? Because it's on a form. Oh, I know. Wait. No, I think it's in the other room. I'll have to get it to you another time, unless someone else has it. If you have it, it's F. I remember it's F something. Erin is onto it. Okay. Sorry, I meant the every day for watering in LA County. But I'm a slow reader. Okay, yes. More than answers the question. Okay, good, Sophie. I'm glad. that got it. That's good. All right, so just I'll get it tomorrow night. I have it. Oh wait, it might be right here. I know it's somewhere. I'm like bad on these sticker things because I write them down and then where they go, nobody knows. And my cell phone is in the other room, which I could get it if it was in the cell phone. Darn it. I don't know where I put it. One of you should have it. None of you have it? I can't find the link to the forum. Maybe send it to me later and I can go try to post it. Okay. All right. I will, Sophie. All right. That sounds good. Okay. Good. So does anyone have any questions or anything else before I end off? All right, Kiko, you haven't made it to Midnight Magoo in a bit, getting ready for bed. Me too. I'm definitely ready for bed. So we'll see what happens with the Convoy and, what's going on over there. I wish him well. I do. I'm worried about it, but... Okay, no, wait. Somebody just said something. Were you married in the cult? I was. I met my husband in the cult. I was on the student hat, and it was. Did everyone hear this story? When will you do more interviews with Aaron? We all enjoyed it. Have a good night. As soon as I can, whenever he wants. I mean, he was the one who said you want to do an interview, so he he thought of it. I'll call him in a few days and we'll do another one because that was fun. We had a good time. We really did. All right. Hey, hi, you guys. Witness, hi. Good to have you here. No, wait. No. Somebody said, wait. All right, I'll wait. Okay. Hi, Tori. Have a good night. Thank you. I will. And thank you for doing these videos and for keeping the pressure on the cult. You are a real treasure. Thank you. That's a nice thing somebody said. Thank you very much, Kevin. I appreciate that. All right. And good night to Sophie. And I say good night to you too. Thank you for being on here, Miss Sophie in New Zealand. My friend. All right. And what year did you leave? In July of 2000 is the year I left. And I escaped out. And I've done a whole escape series if you want to watch it. It's on this site. I know, it was wild tonight. I've been watching it. It's crazy. It's really crazy. I still love you, Tori. Okay. The R word was offended me a little. Try not to say it. Okay, I will, but just understand that I have my own disability and that has to do with memory. So if I say it, I will try not to, but if I do, don't be offended. Just remind me, the R word, and then I'll get it. But please don't be offended again, because I am bad at names and just little things like that where I'm supposed to remember it, and it's tricky. Apart from the distractions, this is a question. Apart from the distraction tactics, what are the other tactics you see being used? I think they're going to try to arrest more people. I think they're going to use distraction. They're going to steal things, which they already did last night. They had someone come and steal some stuff, which was really gross. And I think they're going to try to arrest more people. And they're probably going to, I think their goal ultimately will be to get rid of all of it. That's what I think. And I've said that from the beginning. I mean, that's just the way they are. It's like they own that area. And they don't. That's the unfortunate part of it for them. Because there's other people and other interests. And we'll see what goes down. But anyway, it'll be good and bad. You know what I mean? That's what I think. And wait, here's this. I'd love to have declared Dave love suppressive Sherry. Do I do an interview with you? He did so good with Mark. I'd love to have declared Dave love suppressive Sherry do an interview with you. He did so good with Mark. Okay. I don't know him, so he'd have to contact me. I don't think I've talked to him. Okay, good night. Kelly's saying she can't stay awake. I'm the same. I got to go to bed. Non-noise. The sprinklers are still going on all day. The sprinklers are all night now. That's really stupid. It's really stupid. OSA, really, really stupid. Good night. They installed one of the sprinklers and it's very loud. Knuckleheads. All right. So anyway, more people are coming on, a whole bunch of people. Please go to Save Water. Here, everybody read this. This is a good one from Yvonne. Please go to savewater.com.gov to file a complaint against the water issue at Scientology. It only takes a few minutes. And the other thing is, if you were ever in Scientology, go to Ripoff Reports and please fill out a report saying they're a giant ripoff, because they are. And people read it. It's good. Technically, there are 2 R words now. Censoring language is crap. Okay. All right. If you ever need a ride, please let me know. Okay. Well, if you could send me your phone number, that would be good. All right. Hi, lovely people, and extra lovely Tori. Hi, Fluffer Squirrel UK. We're just ending off. We're going to bed. What is this? Here in New Zealand, they played Baby Shark on repeat with sprinklers and floodlights to stop our protests. Oh my God, before they stormed in and arrested everyone. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. That I think that's their ultimate goal is either get rid of them or arrest them. Okay, so that's it. Thank you all for coming. This is the savewater.ca.gov. There you go. All right. All right. And hi, DOA. Sad that the communities are going to get mad about the sprinklers. I don't think it's sad. I think it's very good that the communities are going to get mad about it. They need to get mad about it. It's like they shouldn't be doing that. Wow, I was just watching you on Aaron's channel and saw that you were live at 4 a.m. Well, it's really only 1 a.m. here, but it's time for me to go to bed. So there you go. Good night to you guys. Sweet sleep tight, and thank you for coming. And I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you especially to Sophie for helping be a moderator. All right. Yep, the sprinklers and music are used as a tactic to aggravate the protesters. That's correct. Yeah, that's another thing. All right. Good night.